Hi student, welcome to botany class. Today we are going to see the classification of gymnosperm. In the previous video we have discussed about the general characteristic features of gymnosperm. Next we are going to see the classification of gymnosperm. The Spony in 1965 he classified gymnosperm into 3 classes, 9 order, 31 families. 3 classes, 9 order, 31 families. The classes include, according to the Spony, the gymnosperm are classified into 3 classes. Class 1, Cycadopsida. Class 1, Cycadopsida. Class 2, Coniferopsida. Class 3, Neotopsida. Class 1, Cycadopsida. Class 2, Coniferopsida. Class 3, Neotopsida. Next, we are going to see the classes of gymnosperm one by one. So, class 1, Cycadopsida. All cycads are typically 0 point. The plant it grows in the dry condition, where the scarcity of water is very high, and this plant do not require much water, so that is a 0 pointing condition. The plant are low and the palm-like structure, like a palm tree. It looks like a palm-like structure in the habitat. So it looks like a palm tree. The stem is short, unbranched. So all this group is unbranched. Columnar, that means more or less what? Circle, columnar, and covered with a dense, persistent leaf bases. You see that. So there is a persistent leaf bases. It will be present in the stem region. The leaves are pinnately compound. This is a pinnately compound leaf. Pinnately compound and arranged in a terminal ground-like structure. The head region, it will arrange in a spirally and it looks like what? The ground-like structure. The plant grows very slowly. So in this group of plant, it grows very slowly. That's why it lives for many years. That is, it lives for ages. Per year, it will be grow 1 or 2 centimeter only. This group of the plant. Comparatively, the pith is long and the cortex is broad. Pith, the center region. The pith is long, so there is a cortex. It's a epidermis, it's a vascular tissue. So in between region is called cortex. So the large cortex, the large pith with the cortex are broad. So due to presence of the long pith, this group of plant have a monocyclic wood. Due to presence of a long pith. So there is a narrow zone of the conductive tissues, whereas the coniferous, in the case, it is reverse. A narrow zone for conductive tissues are present, but in conifer it will be reverse. The conductive strand is represented by conjoin. Conjoin means both the phylum and the phloem. It organized in a group and it present one above the another. It's not alternate. The xylem and the phloem not present in different radius. It present the same radius. So that is one above the another. Collateral. Phloem facing toward the outside or toward the epidermis. That is a collateral. Endos. The protoxylem is facing toward the center. That is a pith region. The protoxylem facing toward the center or pith region. That is called endos. And open vascular bundle. The cambium is present in between the xylem and the phloem. And it's a open vascular bundle. That's why this group of the plant do the secondary growth. They have the secondary growth. Okay. So open vascular bundle. The bundles around the pit. So these bundles, that is the open vascular bundle, is arranged around the pit. That means it is resembled like a U-steel. We already discussed in a different type of steel. Okay, so in that type, the U-steel, a very common feature for die-casting. Okay, so the mostly the gymnosperm, the secondary growth is ditto or it's resembled like the die-casting. Okay, so the vascular bundle is arranged in a ring. So this is a vascular bundle, it will be arranged in a ring. But it presents the two stand. So that is a secondary ring, it's a primary ring. So two stand is present, but they are arranged in a ring-like structure. Which are separated. So these vascular bundles are separated by medullary rings. So the medullary, medulla, that is a common name for pith. So pith is generally called medulla. The pith is generally called medullary ring. This the extension of pith in between the vascular bundle, that is a medullary ring. The wood is a monocyclic wood. Already told you know, because they have the very low pith at the center. So that's why the wood is a porous, soft, and more parenchyma with a wide medullary layers of the cell. That's why it economically not significant. This type of wood, the monocyclic wood, economically not significant. Right. The cyclists are strictly dioecious. So what is di means two? The male and the female sex organ present in different individual or different parent. That is a dioecious. That is micro and the megasporophyll develop on separate plant. Microsporophyll means male cone. Megasporophyll, that is, it represents a female. The megaspore having leaf is called megasporophyll. The collection of megasporophyll they combine to form a compact cone, like that the microsporophyll also. But the micro and megasporophyll not develop in the same plant, they develop on the different plant. That's why it's a dioecious. Except the female strobilus or cone of the cycles, the sporophyll are arranged in a definite cone-like structure, except the cycles and female cone, except especially for female cone. The female cone is not aggregate and look like what? Cone-like structure. So that is the female cone. It's not formed a cone-like structure, but it's a male cone. It will be look like what? Cone-like structure. The ovule are straight. The ovule are straight and usually sessile without stalk. That is sessile. The pollen chamber are found for receiving the pollen. So here the pollen chamber. So that is a pollen. Here all the pollen grain are deposited. That is a pollen chamber. The male gamete are motile in Psychropsida. Next class, the Corypharopsida. Class 2, Corypharopsida. Mostly evergreen with branched stem. Mostly evergreen with a branched stem and rarely serve. Mostly it is evergreen and tree and it is branched stem and it is very rarely served. The leaves are needle or scale-like. Needle-like or scale-like leaves are present. Sometimes it may be flattened. The leaf looks like a flattened structure. Rarely it will be falling in atom. That's it. It's a evergreen. Evergreen means it bears the leaf in throughout the year. In some group of the plant, they will be form a new leaf on the spring season, and the leaf will fall off on the autumn season. But this plant is not like that. It will be have the leaf, that is the green leaf is present all the season of the year. So that's it. But very rarely it will be falling in the autumn season. And spirally arranged or whorled and entire. The leaves are spirally arranged or it's like a whorl or it will seem like a circle. That is whorl or entire. So that is a needle-like leaf. It is a characteristic features of the evergreen plant, needle-like leaf, and it is arranged in a spiral. And the leaves possess a xerophytic character. The needle-like leaf is a xerophytic condition. The leaf is not flattened. It looks like a needle. It's one of the xerophytic adaptation. The wood without vessel consisting the long trachea. So mostly in this group they do not have the vessel. So mostly the gymnosperm, except a few. All the gymnosperm do not have vessel. So the presence of vessel is a characteristic feature of angiosperm. So what is the vessel? It is a broad, the tube-like structure. The broad lumen containing tube-like structure. It helps for conduction of water and mineral salt from root to all the part of the plant body. The presence of vessel is one of the peculiar features for angiosperm. Some exception is there. The flagella of the teratophyte have the vessel. The natum and the epidra of the gymnosperm have the vessel. But it's not very common. It's an exception. Okay, so the wood without vessel is consisting the long trachea, which show the broader pits. So the broader pits. The broader pits it helps to conduct the water in radial direction. The trachea is help to conduct in longitudinal direction. The broader pit it helps to conduct the water in radial direction, and also it will be transfer the water from one trachea to another trachea. So mostly the tracheae are imperforate. So these are things you are seeing the new lesson, that is anatomy. Okay. So just you know that the trachea it's one of the water containing element. Vessel also water containing element. But the vessels are common feature for angiosperm. Very peculiar feature for angiosperm. But exceptionally, flagella of the teratophyte, natum of gymnosperm, epidra of the gymnosperm. So these are the group have the vessel. But very common, the vessels are absent in teratophyte and the gymnosperm. Okay. So the trachea have the border pits. The wood is pycnocyclic wood. That means it is very compact with a narrow medullary rays. That means the wood is very hard, not porous wood. It's a non-porous wood. It's economically significant. So this wood. And you can know that the resin ducts are present here. The resin ducts are present. Next, the flowers are monoecious. Monoecious means previously in Phycropsida we can see it's a strictly dioecious. Dioecious means the male and the female cone are born on different plants. So here monoecious means both the male and the female cone are formed in the same plant but different branches. Same plant but different branches. So here the male cone and female cone present the same plant. Male and the female. But it may be a dioecious in Juniperus, Podocarpus, Cactaceae. So in this group of plant, under it come under the class 2 Monophyllopsida, it's a dioecious. So dioecious means the male cone and female cone is formed in a different plant, not the same plant. The female flower are terminal. So the female flower is formed in the terminal position or lateral. Then it is surrounded or supporting by a branch. So the branch, this is a branch. Okay, surrounded or supported by branches. The male flower is consists of a number of stamens arranged in the stobile. Number of stamens is arranged in the stobile. The stamens are usually many, each with 2 to 20 pollen sac. Each stamen have 2 to 20 pollen sac. Connective often is produced as a appendage. So laterally it will be connected to form the appendage like that is a cone-like structure. The pollen grain may be winged. Mostly in Coryphaepsida, it is a wing or present in the pollen grain. The winged pollen grain is the characteristic features of the class 2 Coryphaepsida, the pinus plant, especially for pinus plant. The female flower are arranged in a cone or catkin, but in ficus, the female sporophyll is not arranged like a cone-like structure. But here it's arranged in a cone-like structure, or it may be catkin. Catkin means sessile structure. That is a catkin. With the exception of Tactaceae, Cephalotaxaceae, Podocarpaceae. So these are the exceptions. So it is what? It's not like a cone. It may be like a the separated structure is present. That is exception of Tactaceae, Cephalotaxaceae, and Podocarpaceae. That is a catkin. In generally cone, but in Tactaceae, Cephalotaxaceae, and Podocarpaceae, it's a catkin. Each female flower is consists of a bracts. That is a sterile structure. That is a bract. And the scale, that is a fertile. So here you can see that it's a sterile structure. That is a bract, and it's a fertile because it bears the ovule. So that's why it is a fertile structure. Scales of fertile structure, bract of sterile structure. The scales are found above the bract. So it's a bract. The scales are present above the bract. The ovule develop on the upper surface of oviparous scale. So it's the upper surface. It will be developed on the oviparous scale or oviparous scale. Both are same. So here the upper surface is of the ovule. The female cone is ripe in 1 to 3 years. It takes 1 to 3 years for ripening. And it is usually dry on ripening. When it's fully dry, it is look like very hard and totally dry up. And it look like water. It's very hard structure. Okay. So this is a very hard structure. Like a woody nature. Like a woody nature. The seed are often winged and nut-like. So nut means like what is the acanthite. That is a nut-like and with a leathery or woody testa. It may have leathery or woody testa. The seed will be protected. The cotyledon or epigeal and 2 to 16 in number. Cotyledon or epigeal and mostly common number of cotyledon is present 2 to 16 cotyledon. Polyembryony. It's a common characteristic feature. They produce non-motile sperm. So that's why the wings are present. Non-motile sperm at the time of fertilization. Next, class 3, Gnatopsida. These are woody plants. The tree-like structure, that is a Gnathum nemons. Gnathum nemons, and sometimes it looks like a lianos. So lianos means it's resemble like a grapes, but it is very woody in nature. Okay, it's resemble like a grape, but it is very woody in nature. That is a lianos. And it may be a so, it may be stumpy, a turnip-like structure. That is Wilbestia mirabilis. It is a Wilbestia mirabilis. It's a tree-like structure. There is a lianos. Next, the leaves are simple, elliptical. Simple and elliptical, or the staff shape. Like a staff shape. Sometimes it reduces to minute scale. They are generally opposite or whole. So that is a leaf of the Gnathum plant. It's simple and elliptical in shape, or it may be a staff shape, or sometimes it reduces to minute scale like structure. And the arrangement it may be opposite or whole. The vessels are present in the secondary wood, especially for Gnathum. The flowers are unisexual, usually dioecious. Flowers are unisexual, usually dioecious. So dioecious means what? Both the male and the female sex organ are present in a different individual. And only the rare monoecious, so some species of nature. Okay. So here, the male and the female sex organ present the same inflorescence. Okay. So it looks like inflorescence like structure, cone like structure, but the collection of flowers are present. The flowers arranged in a compact stobile or inflorescence. It's arranged in a compact stobile or stabili or inflorescence. So stobilus means singular form, stabili means plural form. The male flower are surrounded by perianth. So the perianth structure is one of the characteristic features of what? Angiosperm. Okay. So the male flower surrounded by perianth. So there is a perianth. It's a male flower, the stamen, and there is an anthocarpus. Each male flower contains anthrophores with 1 to 8 synangia. So synangia means it's a group of the pollen sac. That is a synangia. A single erect orthotropous ovule is present. Each female flower. So that is a female flower. It is an orthotropous ovule. That means the thalassa, micropyle, and the pedicellus. They is all in a straight place and perpendicular. Okay. So, and then the nucleus of the ovule is remains surrounded by 2 to 3 layer of envelope. So here outer envelope, inner envelope. So this envelope it will be surrounded with the nucleus. That is a nucleus. The center is the egg. That is a female gametophyte. The micropyle of each ovule remain projected in the form of a long bristle-like tube because it wants to receive the pollen grain. At the time of fertilization, the pollen tube contains 2 male nuclei. And then a unicellular primary suspension is present in the embryo. And the embryo is a unicellular primary suspension is present in the embryo. 2 cotyledons are present in the embryo. So the presence of 2 cotyledons is resemble like a angiosperm. Okay, so the Neotopsida is generally called as a primitive angiosperm. So most of the character is resemble like a angiosperm. The primitive character. Most of the primitive character, it is a evolution of angiosperm from the Neotopsida. Like that. Thank you, student. The classification of gymnosperm is over. Thank you.